Are we on? Hello? Okay, I guess we're on. Yo. Okay, so welcome to the live stream. If anyone's watching, it's the first live stream on this channel. Well, strictly speaking, it's like, is this a live stream? I mean, well, I am live stream right now. I am live right now. But anyway, the things you see, in the page, what's playing right now is pre-recorded footage. Because like when I'm trying to set up the live stream stuff, and first being like I don't have a camera that I can connect to my computer at the where the place I'm doing stuff. That's a small problem. I'm sure I can find like some cable that is long enough to connect the camera I had to my computer. Well, anyway, but I just remember there's a bigger problem, which is I do not talk when I'm doing stuff. No, just I cannot talk when I'm doing things. So it will become like awkward silence all the way, or like maybe I can like pause what I'm doing in the middle and say something, but that'll just be too awkward. So I think of this method, which is pre-recorded footage, and it's like we are watching this together or something. I mean, we can still talk about something. Well, anyway, what you see here is one day I was doing stuff, from the when I'm looking at the last video, working on it, and I happens to find something I feel like interesting stuff. So what I'm doing is right now is to preserve the sample, I get from the last experiment, because the sample, I mean the bacteria that's alive on the agar plate, and it grows very fast. So if you just leave it at room temperature and just let it grow, very soon the bacteria will deplete the nutrient it has and generates a lot of waste material, which is not good for its health. So, and now you can see that those colony those are the the interesting bacteria which I'm trying to preserve. You can see the yellow I mean, it's kind of like yellow background, and you have I have some bigger colony on the plate, and other like yellow very small colony you can't see very clear here, but it's just like all the small yellow stuff. And you can notice that they are transparent the area around those bigger round colony, so which this kind of indicates some kind of sorry, inhibitory effect coming from those bigger colonies somehow, that prevent the smaller one, there's other, probably like other species of bacteria, grow around it. So what I'm doing right now is to mark the colony which I'm going to isolate them separately on like fresh agar plate. Yeah, for those like colony, and also include the of course include the small yellow colony, which I think maybe like run some test or trying to identify what species of that bacteria it is, and also include the a big colony which does not have this inhibitory effect, like maybe I can use it as a negative control in the future. I mean, I haven't think of any video idea using those bacteria. I just see they are different, so I preserve them. So in order to preserve them, first I have to isolate a pure culture, which I'm doing right now, is to isolate a pure culture of the different type of bacteria. And of course, I'll kind of run some like a very fast test to make sure the they still have that inhibitory effect that I'm looking for. And once I'm sure I got the pure colony, I'll preserve the bacteria by freeze them. That is what we usually do with bacteria if we want to preserve them for like an extended amount of time. Is to freeze them in like preserved liquid, or call it like preserved medium, something like that. It's basically like glycerol with growth medium. It's basically growth medium with glycerol inside, and the glycerol concentration can be like from 10% all the way to 50. I mean, no one can exactly tell you like which percentage is the best, or maybe it depends on the different species of bacteria. Well, I usually do like 20% glycerol, or somewhere like 20 to 30%, which you just put the a bunch of bacteria inside that preserving medium and just freeze them in the freezer. The longer you want to preserve it, the lower the temperature you can freeze them. I mean, normally we freeze them in negative 20 to 30, or some bacteria I freeze them in like negative 80 degrees Celsius. But but for most of bacteria, if I get it from the environment, a normal like daily environment, you can just sorry, I just use I just use a domestic refrigerator. Yeah, just put in the household freezer, and I think that's actually is quite enough. I mean, I got bacteria freeze in the my freezer like 2 years, and they're still alive. Yeah, something I got from the from the soil. Anyway, most of my bacteria collection I put it in the negative 80 degree freezer, which is not here. It's in my office. So. Oh, and the reason that I'm using pre-recorded footage instead of like really live, I just say it because I cannot talk while doing those kind of things. Well, the reason for that is to avoid like trying to minimize the chance of contamination. Oh, because I'm doing this on my desk and with this alcohol lamp. I do not have equipment like the laminar flow or biosafety cabin in my room. I mean, I was thinking about getting one, but that's a whole lot other like issue I have to deal with, you know. But operate on the desk with alcohol lamp, in my experience, is pretty enough for normal kind of work like what you see here. I mean, I rarely use a biosafety cabin. That's for sure. Most of the time I only use them when I'm working with the maybe mammalian cell culture or some like some material that require that kind of equipment, or I'm preparing some medium that's going to last for like a long time. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I do not talk while doing those things, so to minimize the chance of contamination. Yeah. And also like wearing a mask, breathe slowly, those kind of things, and make sure I close all the doors and windows, turn off any other equipment or machine or anything that can cause a turbulence in the room, which is also important. So that's why I don't think I can do a live stream. No, I don't think I can do a live stream like this while I'm like talking when I'm actually operating on stuff. So there's total of 9 agar plate which I'll be using. I mean that's all the that's because that's all the plate I have in my home at that time. Yeah. But that like pretty enough. 9 plates I think it's pretty enough. I mean since I make all my own since I make my own agar plate mostly, I don't really keep them for a very long time. Like I'll probably have them on my shelf for 2 to 3 weeks. Only 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, and I rarely put them in. I mean, most people put them in the in a cooler, in the fridge. But then you have to deal with condensation. So yeah, I don't like that. So what I do is try to use them as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Just make fresh agar plate all the time. And I haven't come up with the new video idea on those bacteria I'm doing right now. I mean, I already have the idea for next video, which is, well, making wine with my finger. I mean, I use my finger. Like, I'm thinking about like the title, like I use my finger to make wine. I mean, of course, like you can say we all use. I mean, not like that. It's like I add my finger into the ingredient, so make wine. Something like that. I mean, it's not specifically wine. It's ferment. It's like fermentation, alcoholic beverages. Yeah, I know because it's quite straight that if you use grape, then it's wine. If you are not using grape, then it's something else. So it's quite a specific definition there. But wine is easier to understand. Anyways, it's a video about like fermentation, yeast, or something like that. But of course, it's not gonna be like. It's not going to like focus on how to actually make the beverages, because it wouldn't be a DIY microbiology. It would be like, yeah, it would be DIY something else. So this is the first time I tried this kind of live stream. And since I do have other channels that I already had the several live stream there, but it's nothing like this one. That channel is just live stream is basically like online like lecture, just online lecture. I'm preparing different kind of topic and just like just talking about them, explain stuff to the audience. Basically lecture, yeah. And I wasn't like prepared to do the same thing here. It's because I think like on YouTube you can have like, if you are searching for something, lecture about something in English, you will probably find tons of videos about them. I mean, it's already filled with lecture from India. Like I don't know why it's specifically from India. It's just when first time I find out about this thing, is to me it's like wow. Like I feel amazing. Oh hey, hello, welcome to the live stream. Well, things kind of running smooth now. And so I'm thinking about like maybe trying to find a way to like really speed up some of the video making process, because I know I haven't been posting like video for like several months. Oh, it's just some bacteria I find interesting from the last project, which is some colony that appears to have some inhibitory effect. So I'm just like isolate them and preserving them, so maybe I can think of an idea like a project in the future. And those bacteria, I think they are probably from either my skin or from the soap, maybe, because that's the that's what's inside the sample. It's things from my hand, and also the things from the soap. The things I haven't like identified them yet. Do I know what it doesn't like? What it doesn't like? I mean, you're talking like things that bacteria doesn't like. Or just or it's like some kind of. Oh, Oh, the inhibitory effect. It's okay. It's like there are basically two. I observed like two type of different colony growing on the plate, which one is a big round colony, and the other is a small yellow colony. And I noticed that the big round colony seems to have some inhibitory effect on the small one. So I try to isolate them, and maybe I will first identify them to see what species they are. Oh, and the things like uh, how big was the zone? The zone is it's actually not very big. So it's actually not very big, but well, it's definitely like how to say that? Like it definitely look obvious because there are some colony that does not have this effect. So the small colony just like grow all together. I think the zone is like about a centimeter in diameter, somewhere around there. Oh, and the anyway, like I have to explain again, like this the thing you're looking at is like it's not happening right now. I mean, it's happened before. This is recorded footage. Like because I don't want to talk when I'm doing like operation because to minimize the chance of contamination. So I'm using this kind of I'm like trying these methods on a live stream because since this is the first time I'm doing live stream here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like a good operation that can make those things go much smoother. I think the entire process like took me about like a little bit more than 30 minutes. I mean, in the middle, my camera will have I don't know why it just stopped recording for like I think a few seconds or something. Yeah, it's happened. Like anyway, live stream is almost over because the footage is almost over. I mean, I done my all the isolation. Oh. So yeah, maybe like if I have some like new discovery on this, I'll probably like post it in the community page. Yeah, community page. If I got like something new information about this. Oh, sure. Okay, I think that's almost. Right now, this place is a colony that does not have the inhibitory effect. Just keep it as negative control. So now I'm finished. Yeah, and I will put those play in the incubator to let them grow. Yeah, I'm just like cleaning the desk. So I think almost done here. And well, that will be for like today's live stream. So thank you everyone come to today's live stream. So like thank you everyone. I don't know when I will do another live stream. Right now I'm just trying stuff. So thank you everyone. Well, and have a good day. Bye bye.